What's going on, you guys? Where's the fly y'all need to be eating? I'm sorry. I've been in and out my house all day as per usual. And it's nice outside, so let me just get out of here because Marsh is gonna raise H because she not being out here. Okay, so it is playtime. It is 4:30, so I am finally getting out a decent time. And it's a Monday. Mondays are probably my busier days. Thus far anyway. Alright. I'm waiting for Kratos to hurt himself. He's actually wearing an e-collar now. But they're doing well the last 2 times they played, so I want to see how they're going to do off-leash with Kratos having the e-collar. So we'll see. I'm waiting for him to start limping because he does that. Yeah, that crying is literally Samara. No, she does not. I mean, she may need to use the bathroom, but she went out less than an hour ago. And so she should be good until they're done playing. Like, I literally, Jack has class today. So taking out Samara is the last thing I should do. And I would like to complain about Samara. Oh, it's a good thing I have the e-collar on Kratos because the other dog's out on the other side of the fence. Anyway, yeah, Samara's like all that noise. And I'll complain about Samara in a different video. Yeah, she's just being a butt. That's basically what I'm complaining. She's just being a butt. Like, I've tried to figure out if there's some things that I'm doing wrong in regards to Samara and her potty training and things like that. Just training in general. Well, specifically, it's her potty training and then her being, not as like crate trained, but if there can be a thing called playpen trained. Like, I'm trying to figure out if there's something I'm doing wrong, but really, I basically went through the same thing with Kratos. And, the thing is she's just a lot more stubborn than Kratos is. It's just the reality situation. Like, her personality is stronger. Like, Kratos, he acts like he's dominant, but it's not really. He, like, puts on a front. I mean, he is dominant, like, don't get me wrong, but he's not as confident as other dogs would be, other males would be. Anyway, the point is that she's stubborn, and because she's stubborn, she gets into these situations, which I'll talk about that later when you guys actually have a video of her. So this video is going out the same day that I'm recording it because I didn't record anything on Sunday, even though I was supposed to take Samara out, which that very clearly didn't happen. I gotta get my life together, you guys. But I'm hoping that tomorrow I can, at the very least, take her in the wagon around the block, just so she can see different things. So, but yeah, that's her being just obnoxious in the background. So I'll talk about Samara later for sure. But anyway, I think when I get back with Jack, because she has class today, I'll do a video with Kratos and Samara. So that it'll be cute if nothing else. So I'm like 90% sure that Kratos hurt himself, but he's just running it off. Just based on how slow he's kind of running now. I mean, he's still running, but it's kind of like, you know, just doing the bare minimum to keep up. Look at that. That's clearly a taunt, Kratos. Laying down in front of you like she ain't worried about you. They're so cute. Yeah, that is literally Samara throwing a fit. She's just stubborn. She's just stubborn. Like, she's doing things to be a butt. Like, she doesn't have to be in the kennel all day, you know? And she's in the kennel all day a lot because when I put her in the playpen where she has, you know, a nice bed, you know, a whole bunch of toys, whatever, room to do whatever the freak she wants. Not really. Like, if she wanted to, what she wants is just have free range of the house, which that's not going to happen. But she has that opportunity. She has the opportunity every day to stay in there. But she literally, the moment I close the gate on the playpen and turn my back on her, she barks. Like, there's no mistaking of, like, what I want from her. Every time she barks in that playpen and when she's inside the house, she gets put back up every time. So there's no like, you know, confusion on that end. Literally, she's just being a butt and she wants her way. She sees that the other dogs are free, so she wants that. So she wants to demand that her freedom, and that's not the way it works. She really has to understand that, man, I'm wearing the wrong shoes for this. I always call them the wrong shoes. She really has to understand that that she doesn't get her way, you know, just because she makes noise. That's just what you hear right now. It's her making noise. And since she went out an hour ago, she went out an hour ago. And she peed at least? I don't know if she pooped. I'm not actually entirely sure. No, I don't think she pooped when she went out recently. But anyway, but that's besides the point. She's being a butt. And then with her potty training, so she went a full 24 hours without pottying, but this morning she literally peed on herself. So literally just said I was going to talk about this when she's out here. But maybe I'll just touch base on this again later in more detail. But anyway, so literally, I wake up at 8:30, right? The first thing, I technically wake up at 8 o'clock, but I have an alarm at 8:30 that's like, okay, you need to get up to take Samara out, right? Take her out. So I took her out this morning. It looked like she had no accidents this morning, right? Didn't smell anything. Everything was good, right? So took her out to use the bathroom at 8:30, right? So between 8:30, when she comes inside, when I first take her out in the morning, the first thing that she does is eat. And between me giving her food, I usually take out another dog, and basically once that other dog comes back in, I take her out again right immediately, because by then she's finished with her food, she can get a drink of water, whatever, and she goes out again. So she did that this morning, and she was totally fine. So she, like I said, so around that time was like 9 o'clock by the time she's coming in from her second potty break of the morning, right? It's 9 o'clock. So technically her next potty break after that is 10:30. However, today I had a meeting at 10:30, so we went out a little early, and we went out at like just a little early, like just 10:20. So I go out at 10:20 to take her out again, and she's peed in her crate. And she's only been up for a couple, like just a little bit. So, and that's crazy. Jack makes all that noise, by the way. She's trying to demand that Kratos gives it to her. One of these days, Kratos just won't correct her. I'm gonna let it happen too. That's our neighbor's dog. Anyway, so yeah, so within like an hour and a half of her having went out within like 2 times within 30 minutes, like she pees on herself. I'm just like, seriously, girl? And like specifically the second time she went out. So the first time she goes out, like I said, in the morning, the dogs are really excited to eat breakfast. So usually they'll pee, they'll do the bare minimum, then they'll come inside and eat because they're excited for food, and then later they'll go out and poop. So naturally, when I took her out at 8:30, all she did is pee, right? And then she was back at the door trying to get in. Totally fine, because after she ate and I took her out around 9 o'clock, she came in around 9 o'clock. I think she went out a bit earlier than that because, like I said, the dogs don't really stay out long. But the point is that, you know, she had an opportunity, like not that she had an opportunity, she physically did pee and poop. She peed twice, pooped once, and so she had used the bathroom. So between 9 o'clock and 10:30, she should have been fine. But apparently, I don't know, like, honestly, I had the same thing with Kratos, and I really thought that was an issue with Kratos, but like he had an oversized bladder or whatever, which I kind of still do think he does, because little boy be peeing a river out here. But regardless of all that, I think Samara's just being a butt. Like, she doesn't want to be in the kennel, so she's doing things like, okay, if I do this, you know, she'll come, she'll interact with me, she'll bathe me, she'll do this, that, and the fourth. And I really think that that's what it is, because Dogo Argentino Mastiffs are incredibly smart. They are stubborn, and so maybe at first it may seem like they're dumb, but incredibly smart. Like, if I touch her bowl, she knows, like her food bowl, I guess specifically, she knows that, okay, like, I need to get my kennel so I can eat. So she'll go immediately to the kennel and wait for me to put her food in there. At the doors, and the doors is just a little less kind of, you know, solid, but at the doors, if she knows that she wants to go through a door, she has to sit before it. And so she'll sit at the door to get in the kitchen, the door to get outside. Like, she knows what to do. So it's like, she's not dumb. Like, Dogo Argentino Mastiffs, they're not dumb, they're just stubborn, and she really, really wants her way, and she hasn't really understood that, like, okay, if I want something, then I have to do what I need to do to get it, right? She wants to do what she wants to do to get it, not necessarily what I'm asking her to do. Like I said, if she wants to be inside the house, I guess she doesn't necessarily want to be in the playpen, which is the issue, but unfortunately, I just cannot trust her. Like, I can't, she's way too young. Like, I can't, she's at the age where, like, basically she puts her mouth on stuff first and then thinks about it, like, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to be chewing on this, right? So she's at that stage in her life, so she can't be trusted just to roam around the house. Like honestly, Kratos, I didn't really trust Kratos with that until he was like 7 months old. Like, right, so she's not near ready for that kind of, like, freedom. Eventually, you know, she will be able to just hang out in the living room with us, you know, but she's kind of a ways away from that. And so, you know, I mean, not necessarily a ways away. Like, if I go about how long it took Kratos to get to that point, around 5 months old should be around that point. But like I said, the first few months are always like, we're tough with Kratos because he's like, particularly with his potty training, that's where he was kind of, you know, a butt out. Like he just wipe out. You have a big old grass stain on your back, I bet. No, I actually don't see a grass stain. He actually does need a bath, but I think I'm gonna give Jack a bath first. Yeah, the other dog is over here. Let me go ahead and get the e-collar out because Kratos be out of pocket with other dogs. Kratos, leave it. Ah, leave it. Leave it. Good boy. Yeah, I literally just need to understand, leave it. Anyway, you guys are so cute. Both of them are adorable. Anyway, let me stop complaining about Samara as you listen to her cry in the background. Jack has class today, so doing some exercise. I've had time for exercise. So immediately after this, though, I'm gonna have to change pants at least and shoes, and then me and Jack can go technically. But it's good to burn some energy, though. It's good to burn some energy. Pretty boy. Pretty boy. Yeah, that crying you hear in the background, literally Samara. Nothing's wrong with her. Promise that. I mean, she doesn't have her little soft bed for sure, because I said she peed on it this morning, so I'm not going to give her a bath until Saturday. Like, I've decided that Saturday is my bath day, so if she wants to pee on herself in between then more power to her. She's not going to have her soft bed, first of all, and she's just going to live with the little, not soft, little cheap blankets that I got. That work perfectly for potty puppies who like to potty on themselves. So, but yeah. Anyway, guys, nothing else is going on with these dogs anyway. I do need to do more socialization with them. What we're working on with Jack lately is kind of being able for her to kind of down and then also sit next to a distraction without moving. And she does pretty well with it, but she's not perfect, which is why we also still need to do some work on that. But it also got me thinking that Kratos is absolutely the worst at it. Like, I don't use the e-collar that often. Like, I use it for specific situations where I want him to, like, listen. And not even, like, it's all the time. She's like, look, when I say this, I want you to respond to it. And there's times she's like, I don't have to listen to you when you say this, when you do this. And so I'll use the e-collar to remind him that, look, you might be far away from me, but I can still get you correction, right? And then from there on, I can usually remove it. Like, lately, the e-collar has only been used early in the morning because Kratos is an early riser. Like, so my first alarm at 8 o'clock, Kratos is up. And then from there, he just kind of does a lot of moving around, like, he's up. And he has a thing where sometimes he likes to chew on his bedding, which is absolutely no-no because I have the heating pad in his little thing now. So he's not about to chew that out. Like, it's just not going to happen. So I have a camera, and so I basically, at that point, while I'm starting to wake up, I have my camera on my phone, and I watch him to see when he puts his mouth around it so I can give him a correction from afar so he knows that, okay, I can't just not chew on it when this lady's in the room. Like, I just can't chew on it in general, right? And so, so that's basically what I've been using for. I don't actually need to use it for much anything else, which is nice. Recall distractions for sure inside the house. If Samara's out, or like I said, there's other dogs out, Kratos likes to kind of like, no, there's another dog around. I need to go deal with them, and not really actually focus. So e-collar is good for that, but otherwise I don't actually use it. I don't use it a lot. I am hoping when she's like fully mature I won't have to use it at all, but I'm not sure. I've actually seen a lot of people, at least on YouTube, that have had older Dogo Argentino Mastiffs that they walk around and stuff with, that they still have e-collars with. So I'm not really trying to do that, but we'll see. I'm also thinking about, like, I'm also not really trying to do a prong collar, but Kratos, he's a big boy, and like I said, with certain distractions, he likes to be like, well, specifically dogs. Like, let me just tell you, dogs. He likes to not listen and do a lot of pulling and stuff. So, but we're just gonna. I really just need to do more work, which is the issue, and so we might not even go to that point. So, that's my hope anyway. Anyway, guys, I have got to run. I need time to change my pants and my shoes. grab my purse, put Kratos up, let Samara go out one more time before me and Jack leave for her class. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.